Hi YouTube, it's me Caroline again. It's been a couple weeks. This is going to be my belated birthday book haul. A lot of these are new releases. I'd say about half of them are new releases within the last month or so. And the other half are books that pretty much I got on a really great sale. They're not super new books, but they're books that I haven't picked up and I kind of wanted to. So about half were gifts and about half I bought myself. So this book will come to you in 3 parts. Part 1, we got a puppy! This is Lumena. She's a 9-week-old mini schnauzer puppy, and she's perfect in every way. She's our puppy! Yes, you are! Okay, now that everyone's gotten their cute fix out, the other 2 parts will be the new releases and the not so new releases. Let's start with the new releases. Library of Souls by Ransom Riggs. This is the 3rd book in the Miss Peregrine's series. I believe it's the last book. Very new. Very beautiful. And this one, instead of having the regular gray book like the rest of them, it's this pretty mint color. Book 1 down. Rainbow Rowell, Carry On. I think everyone knows Rainbow Rowell. She pretty much does YA novels, and they're pretty good, and I'm excited to pick this one up. I think it's the novel referenced in Fangirl, but I'm not entirely sure. And it has a map. Every book with a map is better. And it has the faces on the front. Magnus Chased by Rick Riordan. I still haven't finished the last book in his Percy Jackson series. Whatever one hasn't come out in paperback yet. All the rest of mine are in paperback. But this is his newest series. I believe it's about, Gods of Asgard. All of these books have these pretty emblems on the front. I love it. Number 4, Scott Westerfeld's Zeros. I love pretty much everything Scott Westerfeld has done, so I was excited that this book was coming out. This is about superheroes that have unuseful powers. Somebody who makes technology fail. Somebody who can see through everyone's eyes but not her own eyes. Not very useful. Nothing fancy on this one. I got a puppy nibbling on me. You're so cute. The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. This is a book about everyone who's not the chosen one, which sounds very interesting. I was glad to receive this. This one has another little cute thing, little deer. I don't know what it means yet, but I'll find out. Career of Evil by Robert Galbraith. I think we all know Robert Galbraith is J.K. Rowling. And this is the 3rd book in the Cormoran Strike series. It's a very good series. I highly recommend it. The first 2 books of the series were a lot of fun. It has a little swirly thing I don't know if you can see because it's not embossed. Jim Butcher, The Cinder Spires. This is his 3rd series. He does the Dresden Files and the Codex Alera, which are awesome. And this is a steampunkish series. That's all I really know about it, but he's one of my top favorite authors of all time. Look at that beautiful page. Lumena, which everyone made a big deal about at BEA. This cover is really beautiful because this is like, instead of being papery like most of them are, it's see-through plasticky. So you get that, and then you get the see-through-y bit. I don't know that much about this book, but it's beautiful and I was glad to receive it. Sleeper and the Spindle by Neil Gaiman and illustrated by Chris Rowell. Also has the see-through beautifulness, so that's the cover. Again, beautiful illustrations. I'm excited to read this one. Everything Neil Gaiman is love. The very last new book is the illustrated edition of The Sorcerer and the Stone. And this book is just so frickin' beautiful. Look at all these illustrations. That was just an example. I hope they come out with these for the rest of the series because it's so beautiful. I've already read this one. This little novella by Maureen Johnson to go with the Shades of London series, and this is about one of our characters and how he became ghosty seer, whatever they call them. California by Eden Lepucki. This is the one that Amazon wasn't doing pre-orders for with that whole big deal with Hachette and everything, so Stephen Colbert was selling them through his site. Shatter Me by Tahera Mafi, sorry I'm butchering your name. Everyone on BookTube loves this book, so I'm excited to see what all the hype is about. Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. Again, everyone loves this book, and the movie had a limited release, and I don't know, it was really the cover that attracted me, and then when I picked it up, I heard everyone on YouTube talking about it. So I haven't read it, I don't really know that much about it, except It's about a guy, his best friend Earl, and a dying girl. Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me by Mindy Kaling. She is a very funny person, and I saw this book used for half price and it's in great condition, so I got it. The Martian by Andy Weir. This book is, again, very hyped about. Everyone thinks the audiobook is better than the physical book, but it was on a buy two get one free at Barnes & Noble, so I got this and 2 other books. And I'm excited to read this book as well. I've heard it's fairly scientifically accurate, and people have mixed opinions on the movie because Matt Damon. Golden Sun, this is the second after Red Rising in the series, and I really liked Red Rising. It reads like a traditional fantasy like J.R.R. Tolkien or something like that, only it's modern, so I'm excited to pick up the second one. Howl's Moving Castle. Again, this is a movie that everyone loves and I haven't actually ever seen, but I figured I would read the book before I saw the movie. Dorothy Must Die. By Danielle by Danielle Page. This is a fairy tale retelling from Dorothy of Wizard of Oz, and I love fairy tale retellings. Neil Gaiman, Coraline. I haven't delved into too many Neil Gaiman's children's books, but the ones I have I've really liked. Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. Again, this is a book that everyone seems to like. It's another series. A lot of these are first in the series. So I'll see what, again, all the hype is about, and maybe I'll read the whole series. The Spectacular Now by Tim Tharp. And I saw the trailers to the movie and I was really interested in it, and I will probably end up watching it, but you have to read the book first if you ever intend on reading the book. I mean, come on. That's like #1 rule of everything. Okay, not for everyone, but for me at least. I always read the book first. So I got this book to pick up. The movie synopsis sounded pretty interesting, so I'm going to be interested to compare and contrast the movie and the book. Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Everyone loves V.E. Schwab. I have heard hardly anything negative about her books, and everyone says this is the best, so I picked this one up first. More Than This by Patrick Ness. Again, I have that other Patrick Ness book. I've never read any of his books, but everyone seems to like them a lot, and this was a gift that was given to me mostly because they really liked the cover. So I'll pick this up at some point. It'll probably be pretty good. Who knows? Behind the Curtains by Peter Abraham. It's kind of hard to read, sorry. It was blurbed by Stephen King, and it was only $3.98, and I actually got it for half off that price. And if Stephen King likes it, I'll probably like it. Also, it's just a beautiful cover, even though it's kind of hard to read the author's name. Rainbow Rowell, Landline. This is, I think, the more adulty book and that she's written instead of YA. I have liked her other books that I've read, so I'm excited to see how it translates to adult. And finally, Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. Again, everyone says pretty good things about this book. I've heard a couple of negative reviews, but mostly really positive. It takes place in the distant future, or maybe the not so distant future. I'm not entirely sure. But it takes place in the future, at least. I can tell you that much. So that is my giant book haul of everything I've gotten in the last month or month and a half. A lot of these were birthday gifts, and some of them were birthday gifts to myself because I am allowed to do that. If you've read any of these books, let me know down below. I want to know what your thoughts are. I'm really excited to read the new ones as well as the not so new ones, but early October and late September was a great month for books. So many books by my favorite authors were released, and I'm really excited to get into them. Bye!